മത്സര പരീക്ഷയ്ക്ക് ഞങ്ങളുണ്ട് കൂടെ. റൂട്ടേഴ്സ്, കാലിക്കറ്റ്. 7th സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് സോഷ്യൽ സയൻസ് ചാപ്റ്റർ 11 എഗെയിൻസ്റ്റ് ഡിസ്ക്രിമിനേഷൻ. 1. Nelson Mandela is the freedom struggle hero of which country? Answer: South Africa. 2. When was Nelson Mandela born? Answer: 18th July 1918. Nelson Mandela was born in Tempu royal family in the Transkei province of South Africa. 3. What was Nelson Mandela's childhood name? Answer: Rolich Lahla. Nelson Mandela is also known as Madiba. It is the common name for the Tembu clan. 4. Who were Nelson Mandela's parents? Answer: Father Gadla Henry Mandela, Mother Noskini Fanny. 5. Who was the teacher who gave the name Nelson to Nelson Mandela? Answer: Miss M. Dingain. 6. What is the name of Nelson Mandela's autobiography? Answer: Long Walk to Freedom. 7. Which organization was formed by Nelson Mandela by mobilizing the youth? Answer: African National Congress Youth League. 8. Who were the important leaders who worked with Nelson Mandela? Answer: Walter Sisulu, Oliver Tambo, and Desmond Tutu. 9. What is the social order of racial and economic segregation against blacks in South Africa known as? Answer: Apartheid or color discrimination. 10. Which were the important laws enacted to enforce apartheid in South Africa? Answer: 1. Native Pass Law Act. 2. Group Areas and Segregation Act. 3. Population Registration Act. 4. Homeland System Bantu Authorities Act. 5. Reservation of Separate Amenities Act. 6. The Bantu Education Act. One. Native Pass Law Act. The law declaring that blacks needed special permits to travel from one place to another. 2. Group Areas and Segregation Act. Under this act, people were moved to separate areas based on race. This system was known as the Great Apartheid. 3. Population Registration Act. This act made it mandatory for everyone above the age of 18 to to have an identity card stating their race. 4. Homeland System Bantu Authorities Act. Under this act, the blacks became citizens of special local self-government bodies and hence lost their South African citizenship. 5. Reservation of Separate Amenities Act. According to this law, separate signboards for the blacks and the white were placed in public places such as playgrounds, beaches, buses, hospitals, schools and parks. 6. The Bantu Education Act. Under this law, the blacks were restricted to undergo traditional education only. 11. In which continent is the country South Africa located? Answer: Africa. Africa, also known as the Black Continent, is the second largest continent in the world. 12. With which oceans does South Africa share borders? Answer: Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. 13. Which are the capitals of South Africa? Answer: Cape Town, Legislative Capital, Pretoria, Executive Capital, and Bloemfontein, Judicial Capital. 14. Which country is known as Rainbow Land? Answer: South Africa. 15. Which is the largest diamond mine in the world that is situated in South Africa? Answer: Kimberley. 16. Which countries share border with South Africa? Answer: Namibia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Swaziland, Lesotho, and Mozambique. 17. Which is the geographically important region located at the southern tip of South Africa? Answer: Cape of Good Hope. 18. Who was the first European traveler to reach the Cape of Good Hope? Answer: Bartholomew Dias. 19. How did Bartholomew Dias describe the Cape of Good Hope? Answer: Cape of Storms. 20. Who gave the Cape of Good Hope its name? Answer: Portuguese ruler John II. 21. The groups of people who were the original inhabitants of South Africa. Answer: San and Xhosa, etc. 22. In which century did the Europeans arrive in South Africa? Answer: 15th century. 23. Who were the first Europeans to reach South Africa? Answer: the Dutch. 24. Which century did the British come to South Africa? Answer: 18th century. 25. What is colonization? Answer: colonization is the political, social, economic and cultural domination and control of one country over another region and its people. 26. Which place became the main colony of the Dutch in South Africa? Answer: Cape Town. 27. What is the name given to the descendants of the people of countries such as Netherlands, France and Germany who first came to South Africa from Europe? Answer: Boers. 28. What is the meaning of the Dutch word Boer? Answer: farmer. 29. Later on the Boer people are known as? Answer: Afrikaner. 30. What is Great Trek? Answer: Cape Town, a Dutch colony in South Africa, was captured by Britain. Then Britain implemented many policies in which adversely affected its indigenous people. To escape from this, the Boers fled from Cape Town to the interior areas of South Africa, known as the Great Trek. 31. What is the name of the travelers who participated in the Great Trek? Answer: Boer trekkers. 32. Which are the places where the Boers established republics after the Great Trek? Answer: Transvaal, Orange Free State and Natal. 33. Which situation led to the Boer Wars? Answer: by the end of the 19th century, gold and diamond mines were discovered in the occupied territories of Boer Republic. The Boer Wars started when Britain tried to capture these territories. 34. In which period did the first Boer War take place? Answer: 1880 to 1881. 35. What was the cause of the first Boer War? Answer: Britain seized the Transvaal region from the Boers. The Boers won the First Boer War and annexed the Transvaal and neighbouring areas to form the Republic of South Africa. 36. During which period did the Second Boer War take place? Answer: 1889 to 1902. 37. What was the cause that led to the Second Boer War? Answer: disputes over the assets from the gold mines and the control over them led to the Second Boer War. 38. Which treaty ended the Second Boer War? Answer: Treaty of Vereeniging. British forces defeated the Boer republics in the Second Boer War. The Union of South Africa was then formed as an autonomous territory under British control. 39. During his stay in South Africa, in which war Mahatma Gandhi helped the victims by arranging ambulance service for them? Answer: Second Boer War. 40. Which place was known as Gandhiji's political laboratory? Answer: South Africa. 41. In which year did Gandhiji come to South Africa? Answer: 1893. 42. Which is the newspaper started by Gandhiji in South Africa? Answer: Indian Opinion on 1904. 43. Which organization was started by Gandhiji in South Africa in 1894? Answer: Natal Indian Congress. 44. In which railway station Gandhiji get off from the train in South Africa? Answer: Peter Marisburg. 45. Africans alone are the original inhabitants of this land. The whites have occupied the country forcibly and appropriated it to themselves. Whose words is this? Answer: Gandhiji. 46. In which year the organization South African National Congress was formed for the protection of the rights of African people? Answer: 1912. 47. Which rule was passed in South Africa reserving skilled occupations only for whites? Answer: the Mines and Works Regulations Act. 48. which law insisted that blacks in South Africa had no right to buy land except in special areas called reserves? Answer: Natives Land Act. 49. Which law restricted the entry of blacks into cities in South Africa? Answer: the Natives or Urban Areas Act. 50. Which law removed black people from the general voters list in South Africa? Answer: Separate Representation of Voters Act. 51. In which year did the National Party come to power in South Africa? Answer: 1948. 52. In which year did 17 African countries gain independence? Answer: 1960. 53. In which year the people protesting against the pass laws in South Africa massacred at Sharp Valley? Answer: 1960. 54. Which new method of struggle was started by the African National Congress and the South African Indian Congress, demanding a right to vote, a non-apartheid constitution, and the withdrawal of pass laws? Answer: stay at home. The country's factories, textile mills, and schools were closed following the stay at home strike, a landmark strike in the history of South Africa's independence struggle. 55. In which year was Nelson Mandela arrested on charges of treason? Answer: 1956. 56. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned on which island for 18 years? Answer: Robben Island. 57. Apart from Robben Island, which is the prison where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned? Answer: Portsmouth Jail. 58. In which year was the famous Pretoria trial of Nelson Mandela held? Answer: 1962. 59. In which year was Nelson Mandela sentenced to life imprisonment on charges of sabotage, treason, and conspiracy? Answer: 1964. 60. Which international organization passed the resolution that apartheid is an offense against humanity? Answer: United Nations Organization. '61. When was Nelson Mandela released after 26 years of imprisonment? Answer: 11th February 1990. 62. In which year Apartheid policy was withdrawn in South Africa? Answer: 1991. 63. In which year was the first democratic election held in South Africa? Answer: 1994. 64. In which year was Nelson Mandela elected as the first black president of independent democratic South Africa? Answer: 1994. 65. Which day is observed as Mandela Day? Answer: July 18th. 66. In which year Nelson Mandela was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize? Answer: 1993. 67. Who is the South African who won the Nobel Prize along with Nelson Mandela? Answer: Frederick William G. Clark. 68. In which year India awarded Bharat Ratna to Nelson Mandela? Answer: 1990. 69. Who is described as the South African Gandhi? Answer: Nelson Mandela. 70. In which year was Nelson Mandela died? Answer: December 5th, 2013.
കൂടുതൽ വീഡിയോകൾക്കായി സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക.